Hey y'all, it's your girl Try. Welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time just kind of stopping through or stumbling upon a video, thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video is it's going to be interesting. I don't have anything written down. I don't have a script. I'm just going to kind of free ball it and just speak from the heart and just kind of speak what's on my mind and speak about the decision that I have made, the lifestyle change that I have made, and what is and what will continue to be in my life. So I guess I'm talking in a lot of circles, but I am actually vegan. And I have been so for about 3 weeks and I guess 2 days. So my 1 month anniversary will be, I guess, this coming up Friday. Interesting. But yeah, how it came about, how it came to be, there are just, I don't want to say it was the weirdest thing, or I don't know, it just seems like the planets aligned, it was cosmic energy, like this is just the way it was meant to be, like this is the lifestyle I was meant to live. And I'll say that, I guess I can make like a why I decided to come, like follow-up vegan, well, why I decided to become a vegan, like follow-up video. But for now, I guess this video is, you know, hi, I'm coming out of vegan, duh. But yeah, I guess to give a bit of a backstory, I lost someone that my best friend in the entire world, to colon cancer about a year ago, well, a year and like a month ago, a month and some change ago. And from that point, I've just never been the same. I've always been health conscious, there's always been those health drivers and just like the pillars of like one's personality and tweaks and things that people have. Like I've always been very health oriented, but from the time that happened, even before it happened, I had kind of suspected that she was leaning towards, or that would be the diagnosis. Like I said, I'll go into this more in my why video. But when it actually happened and when she actually passed away from colon cancer, something in me just snapped. And so unknowingly, what I started to do, I know now, I can point out what I was doing. I know now, but when that happened, I started pulling away from meat. And I had my suspicions about the causes, because this is, an 80-year-old woman who had never had any other types of cancer. I mean, she did have her share of illnesses, at 80, things start to give out. And, growing up Southern in the South, everything being fried, dipped, smothered, and sprinkled with butter and salt on the side, like, she definitely had those issues. But the whole colon cancer thing, it was just, to me, you couldn't tell me any different. It was connected to the meat. You couldn't, and you can't to this day. Or a leading factor. I won't say it was the only thing, but just knowing her and the years leading up to it, and her, like, she was very constipated all the time. She used to take a lot of laxatives. So, like I said, there's a backstory, but it was the meat. So like I said, she passed, something broke, and suddenly I just found myself like I never officially like quit eating beef, but I wasn't buying beef. Like if there was a barbecue or if there was an event where everyone was cooking, you know, I'd cook something for everyone to eat, or, you know, I'd eat a burger or two at a barbecue and, you know, things like that. But like I said, at this point, it's not in my head that, you know, I'm going to try to be vegetarian, or I'm going to try to be vegan. It's just, there was just like an aversion to certain types of foods. I'm from the South, like I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. And we are dipped, breaded, covered, scattered, covered, smothered. I mean, all the oil and the goodness of Southern cooking, you know, that's what I come from. That's how I was bred. So for me to be just randomly buying tofu, like no one ever told me to do that. I had just knew that I'm not fooling with meat. Like that was just this whole, that's where I'm coming from. So I'm buying tofu. I'm buying like meat substitute. And mind you, I'm already this health conscious person. Like before this whole vegan thing, I'm already eating tons of kale, tons of spinach, Swiss chard, all types of fruits, all different types of vegetables. Like I don't start a morning without a freaking green smoothie. Like it's basically the way I was eating. Like even when I had my first vegan grocery haul, I probably should have filmed it. There were only like maybe 7 or 8 vegan ingredients, just because, you know, I cook a lot, but there are certain staples that, you know, you need once you make the transition, and because I had to throw away a lot of other stuff, but literally there was only like maybe 8 additional items on top of my regular grocery list that I had to buy for my first vegan, you know, grocery haul. So I said all of that to say that I guess subconsciously I was preparing myself, you know, for, you know, the moment of truth, but it didn't hit me until I just kind of said it out loud one day, like, I'm gonna go vegan. And it was just like the most random thing ever. It was just like, I'm gonna go vegan. And once I said it, and I just kind of sat and I thought about everything that I had been doing and what I had been eating, and even as far as like what I had been telling my family and friends to eat, without even really being aware of, you know, of course, you know, I knew the why, but the why. And so I watched as an aside, I watched the documentaries that everyone tells you to watch, you know, The Forks Over Knives, The Cowspiracy, those things. And, you know, I'm actually ashamed to say that at 28 years old, you know, I had never made the connection, like, to the animal suffering. Like, I had just never made that connection. You know, those are things that we don't see. You know, we don't see how bacon, we don't see them, you know, killing the pigs. We don't see the cows and how incredibly, and just, we just don't see the conditions. We don't see the backstory. You know, we just see kind of like the tip of the iceberg, but not the entire glacier that is beneath the surface of the water. And so just to kind of sit and watch that, and then to think about it, and then to go and dig up stuff and start reading and researching, and like for all of this stuff to be uncovered, it just completely blew my mind. It's pretty heavy stuff. And you know, if you're watching this and you're not vegan and you have no intentions of being vegan, that's absolutely okay. that's fine. But my sincere hope is that one day maybe you'll think about it and maybe consider it, and think about what it means to you and what it could possibly mean for you. So yeah, like I said, my mind is just completely blown that I had kind of went through my entire life never really making the connect of just to the suffering, of the animals and like the environment, the earth that we live on, our planet, the oxygen that we breathe, this atmosphere that we live in and that we take for granted. Like so much so, once I graduated law school, I completely swore off ever going back to school again. I was like, I'm never doing it. I don't care what happens, I'll never go back to school again. And after kind of, what is the matrix? The red pill or the blue pill, whatever pill. After like taking the red pill, the blue, I don't know which pill. After taking that pill, I'm just like, shit. I'm contemplating going back to school to get my LLM in environmental law. And if you don't know what an LLM is, I guess to break it down in its simplest terms, I have a Juris Doctorate degree. That's what you get when you graduate from law school. But to break it down in its simplest terms, it's, you could look at it as if it's a master of law, like it's a master of whatever you're going to get your LLM for. It's like a master of law in that. So my LLM in environmental law. That's just kind of what I've been pondering. Honestly, since the day I called myself a vegan, like, it's like, oh, what can I do to help? Like, besides this wonderful YouTube platform, what can I do with the skills that I have and what I have learned and what I have been taught? How can I help, So yeah, that's what this video is. And not to get heavy and super philosophical and, you and this, and no, this is just I'm vegan. And it's something that I kind of just want to like scream from the mountaintops. Not necessarily like the label, but the lifestyle, and to inform people, because just most people are just so unaware. They're so unaware of the benefits, like not only to your health, but to the environment, like to your karma. Like, so people are just absolutely unaware, and a lot of that isn't their fault. These huge lobbies, this capitalistic society that we happen to live in, like, it's just lack of education on these things. Like I said, I am going to make a why I decided to become vegan video, just to kind of fully paint the story for you all. But yeah, that's kind of this, this is what I wanted to, what I wanted to leave you with. Yeah, it's just, I just feel like a new person. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 3 weeks. I'm still training for my triathlon. Like, the wheels have not stopped. Progress is being made, and it's just almost magical how things kind of swapped for me. Like, I'm full on training for an Olympic distance triathlon. And everything that you've ever been taught about eating and what to eat and how to eat, to completely flip that around and be thriving as an endurance athlete is just the craziest thing ever. I have so much energy. I'm just, I need to cut this short. The why, I'm gonna try my best to get that out to you all soon. Maybe like on my 1 month, it's supposed to be this coming on Friday, maybe I'll, drop that. I don't know, but like I said, I just it was just something that I had to get off of my chest. Like all of my friends know, my close friends, and so I feel like I said, you just kind of want to scream it from the mountaintops and then get to work, So yeah, I felt like I had to share it on YouTube. I don't know where this is gonna go, with my YouTube channel. I just know that this is who I am. This is a part of what I am, and it's absolutely bigger than me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.